Flynn, I gotcha.
Got it?
1, 2, 3, take up space!
Katy Perry and 5 other high-profile women just went to space on a Blue Origin flight, an 11-minute trip that crossed the edge of space and made headlines around the world. But right after liftoff, conspiracy theories lit up social media. Some people are calling it fake.
I don't have to tell you, look at the moon.
Look at that itty-bitty tiny moon. No one thought to check the time and date and find out that the moon would be on the other side of the globe. They're launching from here and somehow seeing the moon from all the way over there? ChatGPT, is that possible?
If we assume that the Earth is a globe, then if you travel straight up from New Mexico at 9:30 a.m. on April 14th, 2025, the Earth will block your view of the moon because it's on the opposite side of the planet.
Also, here's the patch that they all wore, and you see the rocket ship and the girls' faces. And you flip it upside down, it's a Baphomet head. Not only that, but look at these hands holding torches here. What does that represent? Maybe the light bearer himself, Lucifer. In the occult, the holding of the torch, it represents enlightenment, knowledge, or divine wisdom, which the Masonic occult believe Lucifer is the bringer of. And we won't get into how the Statue of Liberty possibly is Lucifer, but we will get into how they opened the capsule before Mr. Bezos came up to unlock it. And I love this meme. There's a shuttle from space coming through the atmosphere, right? And it caught on fire and it's all crazy and they gotta wait for it to depressurize and all that.
No wonder Jeff Bezos insisted on opening the Blue Origin rocket himself. The reason behind it is downright chilling.
All pictures, what happens when an airplane loses a window at like 30,000 feet, right? It's madness, right? All the stuff, you can get sucked right out of there, just like a guy Pat's eyes will go right out the window like going through a meat grinder. And so when this thing goes all the way up and comes back, there's this process they have to do to open the door and to allow the pressure to equalize outside to inside. Not just like you just open it, because the pressure inside is actually lower. So you open that door, that thing would lip open and you'd have your bell rung. It would like blow you.
Open it up, Rob. Watch this.
No. Look, like close the door! No, not yet.
Jeff Bezos.
It's the kind of imagery we want for the space program, which should be about science. I know there were scientists aboard and everything else, but this wasn't a mission by any stretch of the imagination.
Today we saw the all-women Blue Origin launch featuring Katy Perry, Gayle King, Jeff Bezos' fiancée Lauren Sanchez. Look, the mission got a lot of attention, but also criticism. A critic at the New York Times wrote, Blue Origin's all-female flight proves that women are now free to enjoy capitalism's most extravagant spoils alongside rich men. How do you see it?
I think I'd see it that way. I thought it was a stunt. I thought it's fine if rich people want to do this, but I think what was sort of offensive to me was putting it off like it's some big feminist thing, that this is an all-female crew. It's just a bunch of wealthy people going up at the behest of one of the world's richest people, and they look like they had fun, but given all the problems on this planet, I think probably focusing on that would have been a better thing. And the criticisms are funny, some of them, like The Daily Show saying it was the most exciting 11 seconds or 7 minutes that Jeff Bezos has ever given a woman and stuff like that.
Buzz Aldrin, the famous astronaut who was on the moon, was trying to tell us that the moon landing was fake the whole time. Just watch this video.
What was the scariest moment of the journey?
Scariest. It didn't happen. It could have been scary.
I heard nobody went to the moon since you went to the moon.
Because we did go there, and that's the way it happened.
I remember my parents waking me up, and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No, you didn't.
What?
You watched animation. So you associated what you saw with...
I have very hazy memory.
Not a bad line. Not a bad line.
And prove that the moon landings are fake with the logic, not having to look at any video clip or any picture. Today, with 5 decades better rockets and computers, the farthest that NASA can send an astronaut into space is only 1,000th the distance to the moon. So what they're really claiming, Danny, is that back in 1969, when all of NASA's computers combined had 1/1,000,000th the computing power of a cell phone, they sent astronauts ahead of schedule on the first attempt 1,000 times farther than they can do today with 50 years better technology. So what they're actually saying is, for the first time in the history of the world, technology was greater in the past than in the future, which is impossible, which means they faked it. It's amazing. The truth is right there.
Space. Even with parachutes and deceleration rockets to assist in landing, there would still be a huge impact force when landing. But the bushes around the capsule were intact, which looked like a prearranged performance. What is even more incredible is that in the vacuum of space,
I feel super connected to love.
I feel super connected to love.
What if everything we've been told is a carefully orchestrated charade? A ritual designed to cement a hierarchy of power hidden in plain sight? The moon landing, hailed as humanity's greatest triumph, a fake? Celebrities, anointed as modern gods and goddesses, wielding influence beyond mortal reach, part of a pagan elite? And now, a so-called historic all-female spaceflight by Blue Origin, riddled with flubs and whispers of deception. Are these events disconnected, or are they threads in a cosmic tapestry, woven to control the narrative and obscure the truth? Some, like Michael Jackson, may have gotten too close to exposing it and paid the ultimate price. Tonight, we unravel the conspiracy. Stick with me, because the truth is stranger than fiction. Before we dive into the shadows, I want to thank every one of you watching, subscribing, and commenting. You're the lifeblood of this channel, helping us share the truth and strengthen the algorithm so this video reaches more people in their suggested feeds. We're a new channel fighting to compete with the big players, and your support, every like, share, and comment, means the world. You're not just viewers, you're warriors in the quest for truth, and we value you more than you know. Let's grow this channel together. As we get started in this deep dive, let's acknowledge what's been reported as truth. NASA claims we landed on the moon in 1969. Blue Origin's new Shepard rocket carried an all-female crew, including Katy Perry and Lauren Sanchez, to the edge of space on April 14, 2025. Celebrities like Beyoncé and Kanye West craft godlike personas, while names like Jeffrey Epstein and Sean Diddy Combs are tied to shadowy elite circles, and stars like Michael Jackson, dead under mysterious circumstances, fuel speculation of silenced truth-tellers. But what if these are all pieces of a larger ritual? Let's break it down, subject by subject, and then connect the dots. July 20, 1969. Neil Armstrong's one small step captivated the world, but did it happen? Conspiracy theorists point to inconsistencies, the waving flag in a vacuum, missing stars in photos, and shadows that defy physics. NASA insists they brought back 382 kilograms of lunar rocks, verified by their unique isotopic makeup, and Soviet rivals never disputed the achievement. Yet Buzz Aldrin, the second man on the moon, has said things that raise eyebrows.
It didn't happen. It could have been scary.
I heard nobody went to the moon since you were born.
Because we did go there, and that's the way it happened.
I remember my parents waking me up, and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
What?
You watched animation.
In a 2015 interview at the National Book Festival, when asked why we haven't returned, he said, "Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened." He later clarified he meant we stopped going, but the damage was done. In another interview, he called the Apollo 11 visuals a TV animation, suggesting the public saw staged footage. Most damning, Aldrin once admitted, "We've forgotten how to do it," implying NASA lost the technology to return.
Now, if you really went to the moon and spent $200 billion, the last thing you would do is destroy that technology. But if you perpetrated a fraud, that's exactly what you would do.
How does the greatest space agency in the world forget how to reach the moon unless it was all a studio production, a Cold War flex to fool the world?
Not the best. But I say it's another one to print. I think that's awfully good. That one and the one before it was pretty good.
Do we have about 15 seconds?
Oh yeah, you got a lot of time there.
I claim this land in the name of...
What do you got now? Great. Now move.
Fast forward to April 14, 2025. Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' space venture, launches its first all-female crew. Pop star Katy Perry, Bezos' fiancée Lauren Sanchez, CBS host Gayle King, former NASA scientist Aisha Bowe, activist Amanda Noir, and filmmaker Carrie-Anne Flynn. The New Shepard rocket soared to 66.5 miles, just past the Kármán line, the edge of space, for an 11-minute joyride. They didn't enter orbit, just the upper atmosphere, experiencing 3 minutes of weightlessness, or more specifically a 3-minute freefall. The mission was hailed as a feminist milestone, but cracks appeared immediately. As Bezos rushed to open the capsule door, footage showed it being opened from inside first, then quickly shut, before he used a specialized tool. Why? Was it to stage the photo op? Social media erupted, with ex-users calling it definitive proof the mission was fake, likening it to moon landing conspiracies. One passenger, reportedly Gayle King, was seen falling in the capsule despite being in zero gravity. How do you fall when there's no gravity? Critics on X claimed the capsule's clean exterior, lacking re-entry burn marks, proved it never left Earth. Experts counter that the low altitude meant no intense re-entry heat, and NASA safety rules allow doors to open from both sides. But the mission patch, with women's faces and a rocket, sparked darker theories. Some ex-users claimed it resembled Baphomet when flipped, suggesting a satanic ritual orchestrated by Perry and Bezos. Blue Origin insists the patch symbolizes female empowerment, but the whispers persist. Some also suggest that the mission patch's freakish look resembles goddesses circling a rocket that's, well, let's just say it's very symbolic. Tilt your head, and the design gets a bit cheeky, almost like it's winking at you with a bold, masculine vibe. Fans call it empowering. Critics say it's a bit too suggestive for a space mission. What do you think? Artistic flair or cosmic mischief?
I mean, I'm so excited. I love the messaging that we keep receiving from the staff here at Blue Origin is don't film it through your phones, look through your eyes, be as present as possible. They will supply all.
While Blue Origin's crew played astronauts, other celebrities positioned themselves as deities. Beyoncé channels Yoruba goddess Oshun in her visuals, radiating divine femininity. Kanye West declared himself a god in Yeezus. Madonna and Lady Gaga drape themselves in priestess-like imagery. This isn't just art, it's a claim to power. But what if it's more? What if Hollywood's elite are part of a shifting pagan cult, a new hierarchy replacing old gods?
A little bit strange, and I'm like, if you don't get this right now, I swear to Lucifer, I'm gonna sick. Yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
Who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And on this earth, and then in the world we can't see.
The truth. I've seen so many people like forsake their moral code and their value systems just for a little bit of fame, and it's not worth it at the end of the day. It's really not worth it.
Are celebrities like Perry aboard Blue Origin being initiated into this pantheon? Vanessa Hudgens practices witchcraft. Paris Jackson led a 2021 full moon ritual, and Lana Del Rey joined a 2017 hex against Trump. Names like Jeffrey Epstein and Sean Diddy Combs haunt these circles. Epstein's Island and Diddy's alleged freak-off parties, as reported in 2024 lawsuits, suggest elite rituals cloaked in decadence. These aren't hobbies, they're signals of allegiance to a hidden order where power is consolidated through symbolic acts like space flights. This may all seem too odd to be true, and if it is all true, you may be asking, how is this kept secret? Why don't celebrities speak out? The answer to that question may be a deeper dive into this conspiracy, and reserved for another video, but consider this. In a March 2025 Oscars interview, Ariana Grande quipped, "They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me," leading many to believe she was confessing to having her memories literally wiped, fueling wild speculation online.
To me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days Clinic they do the memory erasure. I can see if they can restore my memory.
In reality, this was a playful nod to her music video for We Can't Be Friends from her Eternal Sunshine album, where a fictional Brighter Days clinic erases memories inspired by Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, a savvy promotional move, not a revelation. However, this sparked conspiracy theories that Hollywood, steeped in alleged pagan practices, must reveal truths in coded, deceptive ways to control their minions, with some even suggesting this treatment can transfer or create memories that enables cloning to perpetuate celebrity narratives. Similar suspicions swirl around Britney Spears, whose 2007 head-shaving meltdown was rumored to stem from suppressed memories resurfacing, and others like Paul McCartney, believed by some to have been replaced by a double, and Michael Jackson, whose erratic behavior fueled cloning and control theories, non-substantiated but persistent in fringe circles. And this ritualistic control isn't just in Hollywood, it's in our government too. Take the 2004 video clip of George Bush Jr. when asked about his rumored ties to a secret club, likely Skull and Bones.
You were both in Skull and Bones, the secret society.
It's so secret we can't talk about it.
What does that mean for America? The conspiracy theorists are going to go on.
I'm sure they are. I don't know. I haven't seen the web.
Number 322?
With a sly grin, he quipped, "It's so secret I can't talk about it," meaning to dodge with humor, but lending eerie validity to shadowy societies. Then there's the persistent rumors swirling around Hillary Clinton, with some fringe claims tying her to witchcraft and occult rituals. Whispers that, while unproven, amplify suspicions of hidden power and bizarre practices among the elite.
Now, I don't know today if Hillary still partakes in the witch ritual. I don't know that I even know what the ritual was. But for the better part of many years, Hillary would go, that she was going out there, she and a group of women, and she would be a part of a witch's church.
This is a winding rabbit trail with seemingly different subjects, but let's tie them all together. From Blue Origin's provocative patch to Hollywood's celebrity godhood, silent stars, the moon landing's lingering doubts, and government secret rituals, they're not random. They're acts in a grand ritual to maintain a hidden hierarchy controlling our reality behind the veil. This deception isn't new. Consider King Nimrod, a figure from roughly 2000 BCE, known in the Bible, Genesis 10, 8-12, as a mighty hunter and ruler of Babel. Historical texts like the Sumerian king list and Akkadian myths link him to Mesopotamia's early kings, possibly Gilgamesh or Enmerkar. Nimrod built the Tower of Babel, Genesis 11, 1-9, a ziggurat to reach the heavens, and convinced his people the sun, moon, and planets revolved around a flat earth, and that he was in control of it all, a lie that centralized his power. He took on a godlike persona, worshipped as a divine king to gain favor from celestial gods and control the masses, as seen in Babylonian hymns deifying rulers. This worked until God confused their languages, scattering the people across the known world. Nimrod's deception mirrors today's charade. The moon landing hoax, if true, was the ultimate deception, convincing the world of America's supremacy while studios crafted the illusion. Aldrin's cryptic quotes, "We didn't go there," TV animation, "Forgotten how," hint at a truth NASA can't admit. Blue Origin's mission, with its door flub and zero-gravity fall, echoes this fakery, a staged spectacle to elevate Perry and Sanchez as new goddesses in the public eye. The mission's Baphomet patch and celebrity involvement suggest a pagan ritual, anointing the chosen in a cosmic theater. Celebrities from Beyoncé to Hudgens adopt divine personas, signaling their place in a modern pantheon, while Epstein and Diddy's scandals reveal the dark underbelly of this elite. Those who rebel, like Michael Jackson, are eliminated, their deaths cloaked in mystery. Or some may be silenced in other ways. This hierarchy thrives on control. Control of narratives, of space, of divinity itself. Space travel, whether Apollo or Blue Origin, isn't about exploration. It's about power, a ritual to remind us who rules the heavens and the earth. This is just the beginning of the rabbit hole. The shadows of control run deep, and we're only scratching the surface. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification, because we're diving deeper with a full video on each twisted topic we've uncovered today. Don't miss what's coming next. My personal theory? We went to the moon, just not the way we have been told. And the real conspiracy is what they are not telling us.
My name is Carl Wolf, and I was a precision electronics photographic repairman with a top secret crypto clearance. In mid-1965, I was loaned to the Lunar Orbiter project at NASA on Langley Field. I was taken into the laboratory where the equipment was malfunctioning. I couldn't repair it in the dark. I asked to have it removed. About 30 minutes into the process, he said to me, in a very distressed way, by the way, we've discovered a base on the backside of the moon. And I will testify under oath before Congress that what I'm saying is the truth.
The truth is out there, hidden in the stars or maybe in a studio lot. Thank you for watching, subscribing, and commenting. Your support strengthens the algorithms and spreads the word. Hit that like button, share this video, and join the fight to expose the hierarchy. Until next time, keep searching and questioning everything.